Okay, here we go. We're going to try to demonstrate what the numerical twiddle categorical helper file does. So first, let me load this up and run this first part, which is load in some data. So here we go. I'll click this little green arrow here and that should run it. And there we have the data. Let's take a quick look at the data. I'm going to look at the chicken data. So with respect to the chicken data, we have 4 variables: weight, a numerical variable; speed, another numerical variable; feed, which represents what kind of grain that the chickens were eating; and sex, which is whether it's a male or a female chicken. We're going to need a helper file for this because we're going to ask this question: does the weight of a chicken depend upon its sex? In other words, can we see if there's a difference in chicken weight depending on whether the chicken is a male or a female chicken? In order to do this, I need to upload a helper file. So let's go to upload. Now I'm going to choose a file, and I want the numerical explained by categorical helper file. So I'm going to pick that one, tell it to open, say OK, and there the file is. So this file, when I click on this file, it'll appear up here in this part of this frame called the source pane. So watch what happens when I click on that. There it is right there. And there's some code in there that I want to get out and paste it into the file I'm working on. So the first thing, I'm going to get a plot. So I'm going to grab this piece of code, right click and copy it, paste it into my helper file. So I'll paste it in down here. And then I'm going to have to make a few adjustments because the name of the file's data pane or data frame is chicken. So I'm going to type that in. And what we want to compare is how fast the chicken, or what the weight of the chicken is, by what the sex is. So explained by sex, which is spelt with a little s, as we can see right there. And the issue is how much does it weigh? So we'll put in weight. Right there. And let's run this and see what happens. Bring this down, and there. Well, it looks like there's a little difference between how much a female chicken weighs and how much a male chicken weighs. These box plots are, well, the box represents the middle of 75% of the data. We have 71 data points, and it appears that this black dark line going across on each one is the middle data point in each group. Well, there's a couple of other things we want to get, and we're going to get it out of our helper file. Let's go back into our helper file. and grab both the numerical results and the inferential results. So come back over here to our helper file, and we're going to sort of get this kind of out of the way, and then give ourselves a little room to paste it in. And go ahead and paste it in. And now let's make the same changes here that we made right there by getting the name of the data frame and the variables in the data frame replaced by what we want. Uh-oh, that was a mistake. Let's go back. And try to fix this up again. So copy that. Paste it in here. And paste it in there. And now let's run this stuff. In fact, what I'm going to do is emit the results, which will produce a document. So here we go, it's my attempt to do that. We'll make an HTML document. And here's what we get. Here's our box plots where the male looks a little bit bigger. Here is our numerical results, and let's see if we see in here that the average weight of the female chicken is 246 and right around a half, and of the male chicken it's 275, right around a half. Are they really different? Well, here's what we get from our inferential results. When you run the t-test, you scoop that up a little bit. It's not doing so hot here. Hold on. Oops, I ran the wrong inferential result. That was my bad. Let's go back and fix that. I grabbed the wrong part of the helper file. So we come back into the helper file. It was me not paying attention to what I was doing. And it's up here where I wanted to give the t-test not a one-way ANOVA sort of a setup. So let's copy that. And go back to the file we're working on and fix the inferential part here. There, and let's get the name and data set straightened out. Hold your horses here, I'll get it straight in a minute. All right. Get this part straightened out. I'm having a lot of trouble here with my mouse. Now I got that part straightened out. And I don't need two headers like that, so let me knock one of them off. And now let me try this again. I'm going to knit it. There goes the knit. And now here comes the result. Oops. Make it a little smaller. Having a lot of control issues here. And so in the final, what happened is say, well, we know they're a little different here. The mean of one is about 30 higher than the mean of the other, so the males weigh about 30, whatever units these are, higher than the females do, but are those a significant difference? And so when we ran the t-test, which detects significant difference, says, yeah, they're different, but not at a low 0.05 level. They're at a 0.1195 level, which typically we would then say there really isn't any demonstrable difference between the weight of females and males, even though the males do weigh a little bit more. So that's kind of the whole thing. As you can see, the helper files provide a platform of something that works into a new problem. You just copy the code from the helper file and put it into the new problem, and then go through changing the names of the data set and the variables that it applies to, and then you knit it. Of course, in the end, what you have to do is follow up and add the appropriate comments on how you're interpreting the data. Well, that's it. That's a demo of the numerical explained by categorical helper file. And so we're going to stop what we're doing right there.